Hello, I wanted to come on today and for the first graders, just do a quick review of some of the things that we had covered during our topic 8 discussion on how you can use, count, and add using tens and ones. So we started off this topic with the concept of going back and using our 10 frames. So if we look up here, it says use counters in 10 frames to show 15. And then we want to be able to tell what we notice. So if I'm filling my 10 frame, again, we always want to start at the top and go across, filling each row. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that 10 frame is filled, we're going to move to the bottom one for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I want to give you a minute to just kind of look and make some observations. So something that I hope you've noticed is that we have one group of 10 filled and then some leftovers. So we could look at this and say one group of 10 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. So we're going to be using the concept of 10 frames that we've been using all year and now use it to help us when we're looking at tens and ones within 2-digit numbers. So now taking that idea, students will be able to count by tens to 120 by. And now these are the ways we're going to be able to accomplish that. So if we look here, it says look at the numbers in words for 11 through 19. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And again, I want you to really pay attention to the 2-digit number and see if anything stands out to you. So something I'm hoping that you noticed is that these numbers are made up of one group of 10 and some left over. So here, if we take the number 11, it's one group of 10 and we see our 10 frame filled and then one left over. Okay. And one group of 10 is called 110. The leftovers are called ones. So with the number 17, we would say 17 is 110 and 7 ones. And then again, looking at the number 19, we would say 19 is 110 and 9 ones. So if we're going to be doing some practice on this, right now I'd like you to read this number. What is it? 16. So again, we're going to use our 10 frames and we're going to fill. Count along with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now to use what we've just done to fill in our sentence frame, blank is blank tens, blank ones. So now we would say our starting 2-digit number is 16. So 16 is how many groups of 10 were there? We have one full 10 and blank ones. And these are our leftovers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. So now we have 16 is 110, 6 ones. And we can do the same for 11. So again, count along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And again, we're going to start with our two-digit number of 11. And 11 is one group of 10 and one left over. So again, 11 is 1 10 and 1 1. Now you could do the same with any two-digit number at home. If you want to try doing 19, that'd be excellent practice. Now, we also use that to help us with some of our word problems. So let's take a look at the first one. It says, Jose has 3 boxes. 10 books are in each box. How many books does Jose have in all? Right, so I'm going to break this apart a little bit. So it says Jose has 3 boxes, and here I see 1, 2, 3 boxes. Now, they're telling me that there's 10 books in each of these boxes. Okay, so I need to find out how many books does Jose have in all. When I hear in all, I know that they want me to add them all together. So I'm going to put 10 in each box. So I have 10 in the first box, 10 in the second, and now 10 in the third. So here it says how many groups of 10. So how many 10s are there? So let's count the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 3 10s. So 3 10s. Now I want to know how many in all. So now we're going to count by 10s. 10, 20, 30. So 30 is how many books in all. So on my line, I'm going to write 30 books. All right, so now let's move on to the next problem. Juan has 4 boxes. There are 10 books in each box. How many books does Juan have in all? And here they're giving you 10 frames to use. So let's use our 10 frames. So again, Juan has 4 boxes and we see them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that there are 10 books in each box. So if there's 10, that tells me that my 10 frame is filled, because it says it right in its name, 10 frame. Oops, sorry about that. So my first 10 frame is filled. My second 10 frame. My third 10 frame. And my fourth 10 frame. So again, first they're asking how many 10s, and that's how many groups of 10. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, which then means, let's count by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40. So Juan has 40 books. Excellent. So after using our 10 frames, the students were introduced to the terms 10s and 1s using our 10 rods and our 1s cubes. So here, it says 35 has 3 10s. And we see that because there's 1, 2, 3 groups of 10. Here, 42 has 2 1s. That's the ones that are left over. So next we're going to use the terms 10s and 1s to help us solve some additional problems. So Mary has some books. She puts them in piles of 10 without any left over. Which number does not show how many books Mary could have? So again, Mary has some books. She puts them in piles of 10 without any left over. That's going to be very important. So let's underline that. So we remember that there should not be any, so without any leftovers. And again, they want to know which number does not show. So we always tell the kiddos to try all of them. So let's try 50. So 50, I'm going to count out by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So she counted them by 10s without leftovers. Are there any leftovers there? No. So that could be one of Mary's numbers. Let's try the next number. So the next one says 60. So again, let's count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so now again, she counted them by 10s. And does this one have any leftovers? Nope. So this number 60 could also be her number. Okay, let's skip down to 65. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So again, she counted by 10s, but this one does have leftovers. So 65 cannot be her answer. So we're going to circle 65 because this one is not her number. And then let's also try, let's also try our last one. Oh my goodness. There we go. So I'm going to put our leftovers away. And now D says 70. So let's try that number. So we already have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And again, counted by 10s, but there aren't any leftovers. So to answer the question, which number does not show how many books Mary could have? It would be C, 65, because that was the only number with leftovers. All right, let's continue on. So looking over here, there are 2 buses. 10 people are in each bus. How many people ride in the buses? Count by 10s. Draw a picture to solve. So again, there are 2 buses. We see 1, 2. We need to show that there are 10 people in each bus. So again, let's just quickly put in 10 in the first bus and 10 in the second bus. Now, we need to count to see how many people ride in the buses, and we're going to count by 10s. So here we go, 10, 20. So we know 20 people ride in the buses. Okay, moving over here. Let's move this out of the way for us. George has 3 boxes of pens, 10 in each box. How many pens does George have? So I know that he has 3 boxes, and each box is 1 group of 10. So I'm going to use my 10 rod here, and I'm going to show 1 box, 2 box, 3 boxes, and if they each have 10 in it, I can count by 10s. 10, 20, 30. So I know George has 30 pens. Excellent job. Let's keep moving. All right. So this one I'm going to give you some time to try and solve. It says Brian has a book. He reads 10 pages every day. So there's our groups of 10. Show how many pages Brian reads in 5 days. It says use pictures, numbers, or words. So you might want to draw a box to show each of the 5 days. You might want to use your 10 rods and bring over 5 for the 5 days. That's what I'm going to use just because it's easier on here for me. But if each of these represents one of the days, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I know each of these is worth 10 for the 10 pages. So now I just need to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I know that Brian is going to read 50 pages. All right, over here it says, Beth has 4 jars. Each jar has 10 bouncy balls in it. How many bouncy balls does Beth have in all? So again, I can draw the 4 jars, but since I know that they're using groups of 10 again, I'm going to go right to my 10 rod because I know each of these represents 10. So instead of 4 jars, I'm going to pull over 4 10 rods. And now we can count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. Do you see 40 in one of the given choices? Excellent. We would select C, 40. All right. Now, you can also practice counting your tens and your leftover ones. So here, how many tens do you see? 1. How many ones? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now what's our number? 19. So we see 1 10 and 9 ones, and we know that is 19. If we're not sure, we can come back here and count. We know 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, over here, how many groups of 10? 2 tens. Now count the ones. 3 ones. Now let's count to see how many in all. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So again, 2 tens, 3 ones is 23. Okay, and the last one, start by counting your tens. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, we know 4 tens, 8 ones, And that gives us 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay. So now, students, you will be able to use drawings to solve problems with your tens and ones. So again, if given a number such as 45, I want you to be asking yourself how many tens and ones are in this number. And you can draw models using your tens and ones. So we can draw our tens. And again, you can use lines, or like I like to do, I like to use rectangles. Then draw your ones, and your ones can be as simple as a dot or a little square. So here they have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10 and 5 ones representing 45. Okay, so then you can count by tens and ones to check your work. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So now we know there are 4 tens and 5 ones in 45. And you can practice this, again, using your models. So here, 17 is blank 10 and blank ones. So if I'm going to build that, I'm going to start with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So here I know 17 is 1 10. So I have 1 10 rod, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. So I have my 1 10 and my 7 ones to show 17. Excellent job. We can do the same for 29. So here I'm going to look at my number in the tens place and I see a 2. So I'm going to count out 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And again, 29 is 1, 2 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. So 29 is 2 tens and 9 ones. So as a little extension activity, you can come up with any 2-digit number that you would like, or you could have someone tell you a 2-digit number, and you can practice drawing a model, drawing out how many tens, how many ones, or just identifying what number shows how many tens and how many ones. So if I wanted to take the number 37, I could say there are 3 tens and 7 ones, or I can draw it out and show 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So see what numbers you're able to do. Thanks for listening.